Good morning, South Rock. Welcome to another Incarnate Devo. Today is Jeremiah 31, 15 through 17. Short couple verses and a little obscure because it's talking about Rachel weeping for her child and people coming back to their nation. But what this is referencing is Rachel was the kind of more prized bride of Israel, also known as almost Jacob. Oof, I don't know what happened there. But she was the beloved wife of Jacob who became Israel. And so this is saying a child out of Israel, a child out of the line of Israel, will be mourned for by this lineage. He'll be a mourning. His life and his death will be something of mourning, but his reward will be great, and people will be reunited with their nation, with God through this. And so really this is pointing to Jesus. This is saying, yes, from the line of Rachel, from the line of Jacob, out of Israel will come a savior who will be mourned, but his reward will be great and people will be able to come back to God because of him. And so what this really highlights to me is just the benefit of sacrifice. The fact that God had this plan from the beginning. I think I say this every week or every time, and I'm sorry for that if I do, but just the idea that God already knew hundreds of years before Jesus, like, I'm gonna have to die for this. This is the sacrifice. But the reward for the sacrifice is reuniting with your children. Like, he's reunited with us, and Jesus is at the right hand of God because of this. And so sacrifice sometimes is always hard, and sometimes we don't really get to see the benefit of it. And so for instance, Jesus he could see it in the long term, but on earth, his sacrifice was ultimately just death. And so sacrifice is hard, but the benefit can be eternal, and there can even be some good benefit from it in the world by sacrificing something. So that's kind of the question of the day, is what is something you can sacrifice that will be beneficial to you or a relationship? So maybe for you, it'll be, I'm going to sacrifice some phone time after you watch this Devo today to spend time with my kids or my husband or my wife or whatever. Maybe it's, I'm going to sacrifice my time and I'm going to make dinner so my wife doesn't have to, or I'm going to sacrifice my time and not watch the football game tonight and spend time with my family instead. What is something that you can sacrifice short-term, long-term, that will have benefits for people around you or even for your own soul that you might not see right away? So that's something to think about today, and I hope you have a good day.